So there was another shooting in Texas.
The country mourns for yet another community torn apart by unspeakable tragedy.
Pop, 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 or pop, pop. It didn't register at first as gunfire, but my mind was saying that sounded like live fire.
One by one, parents in the small community of Uvalde hearing the devastating news that their child is gone forever.
I see this in the news somewhere else, but not here, but it is happening here.
All of the families have been notified, according to officials, and all of the victims have been removed from the school. 21 people in total now gone, including 10-year-old Amory Jo Garza, whose father confirmed her death early this morning on Facebook, writing in part, quote, "My little love is now flying high with the angels above." And Eva Mirales, a fourth grade teacher and educator for 17 years, according to her aunt.
It was a classroom setting, a typical classroom setting where you have mass groups of children inside that classroom all together with nowhere to go.
Officials say they've begun a thorough investigation into the shooter, including any possible warning signs that may have been missed. The White House says it's coordinating with local and federal officials. President Biden says Washington needs to act.
We need to let you know that we will not forget. We can do so much more.
I don't know how to break this to anybody, but I don't care about this piece of shit's mental health. I don't care about his background. I don't care about his family life or his family trauma. I don't care if he was bullied. I don't care if he was poor. I don't care if he didn't get a date to the prom. None of that matters. Willingly taking somebody else's life warrants, in my opinion, you getting your life taken. I don't care. I'm not interested in caring. If you choose to do something that egregious, you should have that same thing happen to you. And thankfully, this piece of shit got his just desserts. But in the video should stop right here. I should have nothing else to say, but because we live in a world where people want to be extravagant, they want to have the hot take, and they want desperately to be right about something, you have two types of dumbasses. The dumbasses that were on social media trying to make this a thing about the border and trying to say that because this person is probably 9 times out of 10 Latino, this means we have a problem with our borders and we need to keep them secure, when this piece of shit was born in North Dakota. And then you have the other side that was going on Reddit and grabbing a random picture of a dude in a skirt and saying that this is the same person. And I'm a lot of things. I'm the doctor, I'm the professor, I'm the philanthropist, I'm the gynecologist, I'm a weed connoisseur, I'm a Wendy's mascot, and I'm a McDonald's hater, but I'm not a facial expert. And even in admitting I'm not good at recognizing faces, I can put these two faces on the screen and say they are not the same fucking person. So my question to the people that were trying so hard to make these two things stick, what makes you so different from the mainstream media you like to bitch about that always makes it a thing about white supremacy? Both of those instances are completely fucking stupid to do right after a school shooting, but what seems to be tripping a lot of people up when they see people asking what's the race of all these people is because it's been popularized to make it a thing of, oh my god, I wonder what the race is going to be. I wonder what the mainstream media is going to do. I wonder if people are going to talk about it if it's a black person or any person of color, because they seem to only talk about the whites. I've done it. Multiple other YouTubers have done it. Mainstream media's done it. It's a weird game that I really hope at some point stops, because for some reason, just grabbing a random picture on Reddit and saying we have a problem and it's not gun control, trying to make it a thing of, oh, transgenders being taught in school is obviously the problem and what the reason is for this, is completely fucking stupid. I understand that there are people out there that want to push a narrative, whether if you're on the left, the right, the upper corner, the back corner, all of that shit means nothing right now. All you gotta do is put this picture up of all these kids on the screen and these adults that lost their lives and say prayers to their families. If that's all you can do, that's perfectly fine. If you can donate money to the school, that's perfectly fine. I'm not here to guilt trip nobody into doing nothing that they can't do. All I'm gonna say is the weird hot takes people want to push and try to hope stick are fucking embarrassing. And I really hope at some point, all y'all that tweet this shit, delete that shit, because there's no rhyme or reason that we should be having a discussion about the border when it pertains to a school shooting, especially after the fact, we find out the motherfucker ain't even an illegal immigrant. So throw all that out the window. I don't want to hear about your what ifs. I don't want to hear about your hypotheticals. I want to hear about the facts, which is why I tell a lot of you people, stay in the middle. Don't just go off the breaking news. Don't go off a hot take on Twitter. Don't go off 15-second clips. Actually wait for more information. It is perfectly fine. Don't let nobody guilt trip you into thinking you have to spew out a hot take right now. Don't get your information from Twitch streamers who say if you don't agree with them, it's a red flag. Don't sit there and act as if you have to have some random hot take. It's perfectly fine. It's normal. It's human. To say dumb shit like that and hope it sticks and hope nobody calls you out on it is embarrassing. And that's what a lot of people have been doing over the past day. And I'm here to let y'all know, stop. Just stop. It's not fun when the left does it. It's not fun when the right does it. It's fucking sad for all of y'all. But that's the game y'all like to play. And the only thing I could do is call it out and hope eventually you all stop doing it. Oh, and because I know somebody's going to ask me what my thoughts about gun control are, give teachers the guns necessary to protect their students from when this happens again and again and again and again and again and again. And to quote Stan Smith from American Dad, guns don't kill people, people kill people. We have a lot of weirdos who have access to guns that like to cause harm on others. I'm not really blaming guns. I'm blaming the fact that a weirdo has one.